WRFR, Hampton, Virginia.
Follow the show on Twitter @GMYDrunks. Follow Matt
Hey guys.
Yeah.
What? Shut up.
@HadIssues. Follow Nathan
Sandwich is a problem. Sandwich is a mess.
@The Nate Project. Follow Justin
You guys asked me to get a monkey.
@The Hulkster.
It's getting late, but what do you care? It's time for the only show that takes your lifestyle into account. Get up! Good morning, you drunks.
Oh my. Ooh, the new apparatus sounds delightful. My dosage. Oh, there's the fog. Did we not do fog last week? I don't think we did fog last week. The fog adds a lot to it. The fog's been saving up. It's looking good. Hey, all right. Well, ow. I forget when we turned the fog off, it electrocutes us. I was dead. Hey, Justin. I was dead. And then I got up. Good morning, you drunks. Hey. There he is. Come on, I'm gonna give you a sec. Hey, it's Justin Wilson over on the boards.
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry, I threw you off. It's like introduce him. He's not here. He came. Go to me.
It happens.
Okay, there's a new weather system, and the fog comes at me now. And there's Matt Wade.
Oh, hi.
I just wait for you to get away from the mic now. Oh my God, is it this terrifying for you when the fog swoops over you guys? What's different in here that the fog's coming at me? Did you point it at me?
Door's open.
What? Oh.
Word.
No, that makes perfect sense. It's a logical answer. I thought it was just a vortex of fog, like I was becoming some sort of horrible supervillain.
Oh. Like this is some sort of mystery, and you
Jesse
need to
Joe?
solve it.
I'm fine.
No, I'm good. It is fairly mysterious in here. Hi. Enjoying those sausage balls?
Did you, Is that what they are?
They're sausage balls. Are you enjoying them?
I am enjoying them.
Thank you for enjoying them for me, because I'm not allowed to have them.
What's wrong with sausage balls?
No, they're like carby and stuff. I'm not allowed to have them.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So, oh man. Sorry, I don't mean to look at you eating that longingly. I'll look over here. No.
Hey, if you happen to be listening live and you want to enter into the Beat My Tweet tournament, or
If you want a sausage ball, just drop by. We've got like 8 more.
tweet at us at GMYDrunks with the hashtag GMYD and Beat My Tweet, and we'll read them over the air.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I had to just jam it in there because there's nowhere to place that nicely into the conversation you guys
You're
are
going to
having.
spit on
so.
it first.
Every time you speak, it's like a life preserver around me,
Oh.
choking the life out of me, just dying, floating in the water. It's terrible.
Oh.
I mean that in a good way, though.
What?
Oh, okay.
I don't know how life preservers work.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then.
Okay. Hi.
Well,
Did you introduce yourself?
I'm Nathan Emilio, Nate for Brandy. Damn,
Jeez.
man. I had a string of a couple good weeks where I was like, I got this down. I introduced Matt. I introduced Justin. I introduced myself.
Yeah.
And then Matt didn't show up and threw me.
Gambit!
Ah, damn it!
We were supposed to do Matt's race against time here, but that didn't happen.
Well, I wanted to fake him out. I wanted him
actually-
to hurry and rush and run. Well, I mean, it's the closest facsimile he's going to get. And then get to a seat and then just not introduce him.
Yeah.
Gambit!
God! Ah!
They're not even getting close to you.
I know, but I'm a fragile man.
Also, they're not charged, so.
Well, it's good.
Pay cash
Who
for them.
who would give him credit? I mean, for Christ.
Same joke, different angle. That's what we do.
Sorry. Because we don't listen to each other.
Maybe you should.
What?
Huh? Who's jumping in?
Here's the part where planning
jumping
the
in?
show usually works. But,
Do we need something to talk
it's
about?
usually where we do the life break.
I had a horrible.
Yeah, we got a life break.
I had a horrible realization at this time of year. There are bugs.
Yeah.
You have bugs in your house right now?
Yeah,
Matt, do you have bugs in your house right now?
FBI is after me
Are they-
all the time.
Technically, this is a
Don't
bug.
use my phone.
There had to be. There was a spider cricket in my bathroom.
Spider Cricket
if-
is my favorite superhero.
Yes. What does he do?
jumps pretty okay.
He jumps pretty. This is very fanciful, like a ribbon dancer in the Olympics when you're like,
I don't know, man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I read one issue of Spider Cricket. It was his origin. I didn't read afterwards. Now I gotta feel bad.
It's just a little old lady.
Jeez.
She's got bit by never mind. I there was a spider cricket in the top of my shower that had to be at least 4 pounds, and I have no idea how he got up there. He did not jump. He must have crawled, but I can't find any surface in which a bug-like thing would cling to.
Were there a complex set of pulleys and ropes?
I mean, it's just to get me in and out of the tub. Yes, of course.
There you go.
Okay. And I had a horrible realization while I was in the shower as I was staring at the spider cricket because it's up in the corner where I can't possibly get to him.
You were gonna have to watch his back.
If you don't know a spider cricket, I don't know if that's like just like our area, the southernish United States, or if that's like a world.
Southernish.
Well, I mean,
we're below the Mason-Dixon line. We're south.
okay.
We're mid-Atlantic.
Where is that Mason-Dixon line?
Right there in Mason.
Okay,
Right besides
below-
Dixon.
that's right.
I wanted to do the Dixon part.
But it was up in the corner, so I couldn't like get to it because I knew if I took a swing at it, it was going to jump and probably kill me.
And you were going to scream like a woman?
I screamed like a woman any damn way.
Cool.
I mean, no, a woman would have more dignity and be like, ah, damn it. I was like, excuse me, which was pretty much it. Because I
It's also
looked,
my ringtone.
but it didn't react at all when I screamed at it. It was just like, hey,
It doesn't have ears.
No.
it has to have some sort of hearing thing. Fish have a way to
Hearing
hear.
thing.
What?
A hearing thing.
No,
Fish have ears.
Well, they're not ears in a traditional sense. They have like an inner ear system that goes along the side of their body, and that's how they maintain how they keep
Big-ass
upright.
ear.
I've never wanted to
It
punch
is.
you in the stomach more.
They don't
than
have
I do
ears,
right
but they
now.
can. Okay, sorry, but
Is that for his nerdy fish talk?
I want to punch you right in your
fish kind of have ears. They have inner ears,
fish ear.
but they hear the vibrations. Sorry.
Are they good vibrations?
No, I hate the Beach Boys. They're terrible. I'll take that stand, and I don't give it good
Even
goddamn.
pet sounds?
Yes, all of it. All of the Beach Boys. I like none of it.
What about God Only Knows?
Don't much care for it. You know, it was okay.
Really?
That was the only thing, just because it was like the first season of Big Level. Like, oh, it's an HBO show. And then I was like, I don't like this one. This is kind of crap.
Wow. You hate the Beach Boys and Bill Paxton. Amazing.
I don't hate Bill Paxton. It's just I can have enough of him.
What about Gene Triplehorn?
I didn't vote. I'm sorry. I don't know.
but-
What political party is that? Phones are going.
Hate's a
nuts.
really strong word. Do you really hate anything?
Who can hate Bill Paxton?
Hey,
What do you-
ask me.
Well,
Just gonna point to the sign. The mantra
For
the
me, that
political
word's not
house.
strong enough.
that's a rule. That's not
Oh,
hate.
yeah.
That's a rule.
It says
No, it's
neutral.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's,
We can read. We know the rule. We're well aware.
so I'm showering with my eyes wide open as soap is just pouring into my eyes, and they're turning red and I'm
Burning?
Showering
Yes.
wrong again.
And I'm staring up at the corner where this giant spider cricket is, and I have this horrible realization. I sleep naked. That's not the realization. That's part
why
of the
are you
realization.
sleeping in the shower?
It's a terrible band.
I, well,
I
I
don't like them.
Sleeping naked?
No, I sleep naked.
But I is like E-Y.
Would I like them? Then
No.
they're not around here, are they? Or they broke up like 10 years ago.
They're like the Beach Boys.
I hate them.
Oh,
They have a song, Lord Only Knows. Not as good.
It's not as good. But I had a horrible realization that in my naked sleeping, I have very likely had bugs on me. So I had to theorize how many spiders likely have touched
your inner thigh?
What?
no, higher.
Your back knee?
Wow.
Where's
get
that?
Back
Fresh.
to your knee.
It
Which word was a problem for you?
Back.
pretty sure I've had a spider
Knee?
on my
Stomach?
yeah. That's it. Stomach.
Okay.
Stomach.
Very likely.
Okay.
Just setting up shop, building a condo in my massive belly button.
You do realize that they've probably crawled into your asshole.
No.
Oh.
They probably.
I'm gonna just
Is that the
remain
real
a
secret
denial.
to weight
Several of
loss?
What?
Is that the real secret to weight loss?
Yes, tapeworm. It's good for you. It's good for him, too. He's happy. He's 28 feet
And
long.
spiders up your ass, apparently.
So, yeah, it's ancient Chinese
You'd
secret.
think you'd shit them out,
Yeah.
but nope. They stay up there.
Really?
Yeah, they build a colony.
Spider colony
Spider cricket colony.
in the cavity.
If I had to, I'd take the spider over the spider cricket.
Yeah.
The spider cricket just looks like he's spiny. It has little sharp parts to him.
That's why he doesn't come back out when you poop him. When
He's
you try to
comfy.
poop him out,
Cozy.
he's got those barbs.
God
Oh,
damn it.
yeah. At that point, you don't want to,
Yeah, it's gonna hurt more.
Do you just tolerate it? Do you,
especially since you didn't even know they were up there anyway.
They'll
so-
eventually come out your mouth,
do you go...
Yeah.
covered in poop. It's not pleasant. None of it's pleasant. I wish you had told us earlier that you were having this problem because we
Yeah.
wouldn't let you into the clubhouse.
Yeah, because
What should I do? Just like eat
stay
like
away
a,
from Dustin.
You should leave.
eat like a handful of
It's
fire
gonna
ants and
spread
hope
to
they
him.
counteract them?
You don't want. Do you want to give us all spider crickets?
'Cause that's how you get spider crickets.
That's exactly how you get spider crickets.
I'm pretty sure when you crush them and they break into like 20 pieces, each piece regenerates into a new spider cricket.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't know where they come from, but I know there's a lot of them.
I'm pretty sure they come from your asshole at this
And-
point.
And they're...
At least this infestation that's plaguing the clubhouse now.
That would actually... That would
That's
actually...
where they came from.
Thanks.
We didn't have them before.
Oh.
You smuggled them in like a fat Trojan horse
This
full of
is
spider crickets.
no prison, and that's not cocaine.
Hold on, I have to think that one through. I get it. Can you rat hole a bug? Is it considered rat holing at that point? Okay.
We're all uncomfortable by all of this.
I'm very sorry.
Well,
There was no...
what you get.
As far as I know, there were no...
Spider crickets.
There were no... Spider crickets are the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Do they creep you out?
Well, especially the ones that you've infested the clubhouse with.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy hates them.
That whole band.
So what are we doing now?
I don't know. I'm
Green
sorry.
penis.
I didn't mean to bring you down.
Dustin, get the broom.
I was a little scared.
Actually, we got an older broom where the bristles fell off. I really just need the handle.
oh no.
Why?
We're gonna get rid of this.
Yeah. It's a
Only one way.
you know, if you would have
Get-
just looked it up, it's
Get a couple condoms too.
actually
Wrap
well
the
known.
handle.
Is it a serious question? Can I have a serious question?
Wrap
Well-
the handle with condoms.
If I had,
Extraction of the
if I had
spider
a,
crickets.
if I had a sebaceous cyst in the middle of my back where I couldn't reach it, would either of you guys take care of it for me?
Huh.
All you gotta do is hack at me with a knife. That's all you gotta do.
Don't let Matt near you with a knife. What are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm thinking this through.
Okay, go into patient first. I'll see you guys later.
Do I get to blindfold myself?
What?
Gonna be blindfolded.
Uh-oh.
Please don't call for that. Who wants to stab me?
Well,
call.
We're getting close to 9:30 here,
757
so
Tiddly 20.
I think what we're going to do here is hop into the song because we have a guest.
Oh,
And
yes.
that could be him.
Oh, that's just Dustin. He's fine.
No, Bob France is calling.
What?
The one and only Mr. France, if you will.
He doesn't have a problem with
If
spider
I
crickets
will,
in his
if I
asshole.
must.
Yes. And we're going to play The Dahoos with Richard Parker, and we'll be right back to talk to Bob France.
Ooh.
I gotta get a can of Raid.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Back to Good Morning, you drunks. Good luck with that, Nathan.
The hell was that? That scared me.
We don't have time to fool around.
Show's
Stop-
over.
Stop goofing around over there.
All right, well.
We've got a very...
Ah!
Oh.
Did you yank it over there?
What did I do?
Is he yanked over there?
Why are you punishing us?
There he is.
Do you hurt us because you love us, or you hurt us because you hate us?
Oh.
You're hurting us. Just
We're
wondering why.
We're joined by Bob France, writer. He's a podcaster. He's a swell dude. He looks great in an ascot. Bob, how are you?
I'm good, man. That was a really good introduction. I'm great, Justin. How are you?
Outstanding. It's weird hearing you call me Justin.
I didn't know what you go as on this format. I don't know your handle, if you will. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, you're a man of so many names and voices and talents and sexual prowessness. I didn't know what to address you as. If I should call you sir.
Never that. Never sir.
So I don't know. So I just went with the old standby Justin.
Well, that's good. Now you can kiss me through the phone, and we'll get this thing started.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thanks for keeping me on hold for 5 minutes. Like, I don't got a lot of other shit going on. I dig that.
Didn't mean to do that, but it's just the way it happened. We had.
No, I love calling to internet radio stations and being put on hold. It's a really killer.
It's really what we do here.
Yes.
We don't know how to get them off of hold. This is impressive. This is a first for us.
Yeah. Call. It was a bad sign, though. I noticed when it rang on the first. It was the first pickup, the first ring somebody picked up. That was bad news.
Hello, desperate.
We have a lot of interns.
Yes.
It's good though. I mean, you got to have as many people around that you don't have to pay as possible. So that's awesome.
Well, when you're not getting paid yourself, for sure, that's how it goes.
It's hard to pay someone else when you're not making any money.
Right. So let's hop right in here. Let's talk about Monty for a second because this thing is taken off. Monty the Dinosaur, your comic that you wrote with your daughter.
Yeah. I had no idea this was going to be a real interview. So when I came to Cincinnati, I've written comics for quite some time. I was on one of your old shows. Do you still mention your music show, or is that?
Yeah, your music show is actually going to be hopping over onto RFR in the coming weeks,
cool.
So.
Yeah, all right. So I was on your music show talking about my first series that I wrote called 41. I don't really do that anymore because I just don't I don't know why I just don't write that book anymore. So when I moved to Cincinnati, I became a stay-at-home dad, and my daughter got into comic books, and it was hard to find stuff for her because at the time she was 3 going on 4. So it was hard to find books for her. So I decided, hey, I'm a writer. I'm going to write my own book for my daughter called Monty the Dinosaur. We went to the museum. There's a great museum here in Cincinnati called the Museum Center. It's an old train station, and it's actually the Hall of Justice from the Super Friends cartoon.
Nice.
Like if you've ever seen the cartoon, you know exactly what it is. It's the Hall of Justice, but it's that building. Yeah, exactly. Which was voiced by Ted Knight of all people, which is kind of cool. So anywho, so they had a dinosaur exhibit. My daughter and I were going to this thing, and she said to me, "Daddy, tell me a story about a dinosaur." So I just made up Monty, and that's how it works. I just made him up in the car. Monty was a dinosaur who had no friends, and he met this girl named Sophie, and they went out and they had silly adventures together. And then I just wrote the good stories down, and the bad ones are forgotten forever. And then what I did was I gave her the book for her 4th birthday, and the funny part was she kind of hated it because she thought the dinosaur was scary. So she wasn't super amped on it, which I thought was fun. And then and then I pitched it I pitched it to comic companies, and it got picked up by a company called Action Lab Entertainment, and the book will be out in August.
But as a comic book guy, it's got to be pretty exciting that your daughter took interest in comic books.
Oh no, it's awesome! It's unbelievable. I don't buy her toys because toys are stupid and they're unimportant and kind of silly. She's not going to play with them. She's got thousands of toys she doesn't play with. But if I bring home a comic, she'll read that comic forever, or she'll want me to read it to her. A toy is a gift that you just give your kid and go, yeah, here, go play with this.
Yeah.
Or when you give your kid a comic book, you actually get to engage with your child because, if your kid's a certain age, you have to read it to them. If your kid can read, you can talk about the book together, about the hero in the book or the bad guy or whatnot. So it's just instant engagement. You're just making quality time for yourself. So, yeah, Sophie's into comic books. I mean, it's really cool. She's amped on it. Now she likes Monty because I did a book fair at her school, and some of the kids in her class liked it. So once they started liking it, then she started liking it. Now she gives me story ideas, which is fun.
That's awesome.
if you've ever heard a pitch from a 5-year-old, it's the fucking funniest thing in the entire world. It's unbelievable.
That is true, though. But I mean,
yes.
Speaking to you were saying the engagement, Monty the Dinosaur actually is that for me and my kids, because we got in on your Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And that got us, a copy of Monty. And my kids love Monty the Dinosaur. And, initially I read it with them, but then, now I walk in and I see my daughter reading it to my son like all the time. And it's
that's cool, man.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad your kids dig it. And I mean, like, when you're doing an all-ages book, I know it's kind of a departure for me if you know who I am and what I've done. And I made it sound like I'm some kind of crazy, like, drug-dealing, like, sex maniac. But, I guess I did drugs but didn't deal them, per se. But, like, it's weird that I do an all-ages book, but it's kind of what I do now, you know what I mean? Like, I tell jokes for my daughter and my son, like, I want to make them happy. I'm amped on them, enjoying life. And so, it was just kind of a natural progression.
Well, you said your former life, as it were.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you went from, big time radio dude here in Norfolk, Virginia, and
to unemployed.
to unemployed. But then to full-time stay-at-home dad in Cincinnati, and I mean that's got to be quite the changing of gears.
You're getting really good at your interviews, Hulkster. I got to tell you, brother. Mm-hmm. You've really been studying some of the greats. Have you been watching like some old Dick Cavett videos and shit like that? Like,
who's that dude?
Watching Tom Schneider and like getting the feel for your interview questions are choice. I got to tell you, they're mint.
I'll tell you something. It's you just listen to what your guest is saying. That's what I've learned.
Oh, we have a guest. I wasn't listening.
Oh God.
Now, who's that person right there? Who's that guy talking?
That's Matt Wade.
Now, Matt Wade, you do the show, the issue show, right?
I do. Season
That's
2
awesome.
coming out.
Time.
We filmed it. It looks like we're on track finally to get them out in summer. So.
Now that's awesome. Now Ezra directs those shows, doesn't he? Does he help out with that?
Well, Ezra's showrunner now, so he's running the show, and it's usually a mixture between. I wrote most of them, with the exception of like maybe 1 or 2, and then
that's awesome.
And then I directed a couple. Ezra directed a couple. We kind of spread them up amongst the team. It's really kind of a team effort.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I dig the fact that like that Justin Hulkster was able to find kind of like-minded, kind of guerrilla media style cats that are willing to put the work in and to do what needs to be done to get the job done. You know what I mean? Like you meet dudes and you meet chicks and you meet people that are interested in podcasting and they're interested in like being famous and like they want to get their content out there, but they do no work.
Yeah, they don't want to do the work. And it's a lot of work, especially when you're doing it on our level.
I understand. Like I am still self-publishing books, like Action Lab Entertainment, Monty the Dinosaur will be put out by them. It'll be distributed through Diamond. So if you can go to any comic shop in the country in the next couple of months and say, "Hey, I want to order Monty the Dinosaur," it will be in your pull, which is killer. Awesome. But I am still self-publishing. I have a book coming out that I'll have for the Tidewater Comic Con called The Elvis Adventures, which is about Elvis Presley fighting aliens in a case of mistaken identity. They think he's the king of the universe, or the king of the planet Earth, but he's only the king of rock and roll, so he has to fight them and do karate and stuff. It's really fun. But I'm self-publishing that, and there's so much. I mean, I had to find the artist, I had to pay the artist, I had to find the graphic designer, we had to find the letterer. Like, it's so much work. Like, people just think, "Oh, you made a comic book. That's neat." It's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like, do you know how much effort I put into this? And you just look at me and go, "It's me." I should punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize just how much of just a team thing. Like when I kind of hooked up with Justin, we started doing the podcast and then leading into this. It's just you just kind of know that you've kind of found guys that are similar and are going to put in the work, and you just got to make the leap. Me and Justin were talking about the idea of doing the the radio station, and he was like, maybe in a couple months we can get it going. And I said, okay. And then 20 minutes later, I was like, here's your logins. We've got a station. Let's do it. Let's convert my garage and go for it.
You know what? I admire that, though, man, because, again, as a dude that self-publishes, as a dude that is still trying to look to, because everything that I self-publish, I'm going to pitch to companies, and if they don't want it, I'm going to keep doing it. Because I enjoy the process. I enjoy storytelling. I enjoy
DIY.
So it's fun, man. Like it's a good time, and that was my attitude. I don't know if I'm going to get back to the question you were asking me, Justin. Probably not, because I'm not paying attention. When I was terminated from Sinclair, which has been 5 years. It's funny because
Isn't that
my face, it's been 5 years. My Facebook memories lately have been very what's the word I'm looking for? They've been very cryptic, coming in a few days, blah, blah, blah. It's all for the start of the podcast. So it's been 5 years since I started the podcast, and the way I looked at it was, yes, the company that I was with, and I have no ill will towards them at all, they took something from me, which was a platform, but they didn't take my love of storytelling. They didn't take my love of entertaining and broadcasting and all that. So I just said, fuck it, man. I can do it on my own. And through guys like Justin who were there to help me out, to give advice, to be encouraging, I did it. And, we did it for quite some time. And the only thing that kind of upended us was the move to Cincinnati. And that was because my wife had an opportunity that we had to take. Like, we couldn't pass something like that up. So that kind of ended my podcasting career to some extent. I still do Dork Trek somewhat religiously at this point, which I'm really proud of.
The wildly popular Dork Trek.
Yeah, well, it was a lot popular. It was a lot more popular, but if you record 5 episodes in 2 years, your popularity is going to wane.
Yes.
Yes. If I can say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, we had a great time. And I'll tell you what, we reviewed TNG. We finished TNG. Now we're on Deep Space Nine. If you liked the Mike and Bob show, if you remember me from the Mike and Bob show, if that's your frame of reference, which for most people it probably is. I don't know how your audience is, but I used to be on a radio show that was wildly popular where most of your hosts got their start as callers.
It's true.
Which is kind of funny. It's like, your radio station is like the Mike and Bob Show Alumni Association. Like, I used to call in, and you guys all had.
That was kind of by design. We all kind of really dug what you guys were doing, and we look around here, and it's you. There's no entertainment talk radio at all, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Yeah. There's absolutely an audience that's there for it. So we kind of cribbed a couple of your guys,
Oh, no, totally.
We got Fredo on all the time, and obviously Justin's here. It totally wasn't an accident. It's more of an homage.
It's smart. And at least, you know what, and I'll say this, there's some guys that used to work with Justin that are okay people, but they have their head so far up their ass, it's unbelievable, that we're almost afraid to acknowledge these things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. They were almost afraid, and I know you know who I'm talking about, Justin. I know you know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I know you know. I know. And so it's nice to hear that, because I felt that the show did have a real legacy, like a real staying power. It resonated with people, man. And Keith used to call into our show, and now he's got his own podcast. And I've listened to it. I listen to him every now and then on the radio, and it sounds killer. Keith's a really good guy, and he's a good broadcaster, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Justin, you've done so much, and you've come so far, and it's amazing, man. I applaud you. My wife and I were talking about it today. It's she was like, "Oh, you're doing Justin's podcast." I was like, "No, he has a radio station." And she's like, "Wow. That's really awesome." I was like, yeah, that is amazing. And I'm proud of you, dude. I know it sounds goofy because I'm talking to you like you're my son, or but I am. I'm proud of you, man. It's a big step, and it's good to see local dudes that I like, that I've enjoyed their company in the past, that I think are quality people making good strides. Same thing with Federale and Comic Con. Federale started this thing out of the blue, and now it's this giant event that I'm coming to in May, and I can't wait to be there. And there's going to be a Mike and Bob show reunion, which is kind of weird. And I don't want to say unnecessary, but like it's almost kind of like I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to come. I don't know if there's an interest. There are points where I think there will be more people on stage than in the audience because the cast of the Mike and Bob show was so like bloated.
Yeah.
Like if you think of everyone that ever walked through the door and said 3 words on a microphone, I mean it's literally like fucking. It's like Ben-Hur. You know, it's crazy.
I think you guys will be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so.
There's definitely a lot of interest.
I think so, and I'm like, but the funny part is, like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Like, I'd spoken to Mike. The last time I talked to him, we talked about Star Wars, and I haven't really spoken to him since. So, like, you know, I found out about this driving back from Knoxville, Tennessee, from a Comic-Con. I was talking to Alfredo Torres, a fan of the game, and he was like, so are you excited for the reunion? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, the reunion, the reunion. And I was like, what? No, my 20-year high school reunion, I'm not going to that. And he's like, no, dummy, the Mike and Bob Show reunion. And I was literally like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, you don't know about this? And I said, absolutely not. I have no clue what you're talking about. And he said, oh, yeah, we're doing, and he said, like, I'm not involved with the process. He's like, we're doing a Mike and Bob Show reunion. And then he said, of all things, you should come. And I was like, maybe I should. I should probably come. You know, so we were able to work it all out. And again, I have no idea what we're going to do. But whatever, it'll be fun, you know.
Well, while we're on the subject, while you're in town, we're actually trying to get you guys together to have a reunion show aside from the panel.
I mean, I would do that. Did a reunion show with Bob's Boneyard. That was a lot of fun. I still think at that point, because it was still so raw, some of the feelings were still kind of icky. Some people couldn't really talk about some things because, you know, Mike was still employed at the station at the time. Like, if you read the press release for us getting canned, it's like, Mike got a new job, Chappell got reassigned, and I took a giant sack of money and ran to the hills.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I did to some extent, because, I mean, now I'm in, you know, like, I guess, Western Appalachia, like fucking Cincinnati, Ohio. But, I mean, I think it worked out for the best.
So, I mean, you talked about the new book a little bit. You said it's going to be on sale here when you're here?
Yes, I will, because Monty wouldn't be ready because just the way it works out with Action Lab. Like, I have all 3 issues of Monty done. There's 3 issues. So I have all 3 issues of those done, but they won't be available at the show. And I agreed to do the show, and I said, you know what, if I'm going to do this con, I need to have something to sell because I got to go for that, like, Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch. I got to get that Ernie Hudson money. I got to get that has-been money, Jack. I got to get it. You know what I mean? And not to say that Ernie Hudson is a has-been because he's still pretty awesome. But I mean, like, I got to get it on that nostalgia loot. So I needed a book. So a friend of mine named Kevin Cuff, who is a very talented dude who lives in Williamsburg, him and I kind of wrote this book real fast, and we got it done really quickly. And the young lady we found to draw it is she goes by the name of Rachel Ordway. Her father, unbeknownst to me, is Jerry Ordway,
Whoa.
the legend. Yes, I had no idea.
That means something to me.
I had no idea when we. What's up?
That definitely means something to me. I think the other guys are like, what?
Dude, the funny part was I had no idea who she was. I just thought she was some kid at a SCAD who could draw her ass off in the style that we wanted. And, like, I saw the last name, and I didn't even think about it. Like, it didn't even register. And then a friend of mine was like, you know you hired Jerry Ordway's daughter, right? And I was like, no.
Perfect.
And he's like, check Twitter. So I hopped on Twitter, and sure enough, he was like, oh, congratulations to my daughter. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, how did this happen? Like, we just backed into this. I mean, Jerry Ordway's a legend. Like, he used to write Superman. He wrote probably the quintessential, like, Shazam book of, like, the 90s. Like, this guy's a legend. Like, he's amazing. And we hired his daughter, and she drew the book, and she smashed it. And then Micah Myers, I don't know if you guys know him. He's a letterer in Hampton Roads. He letters comics. He's also a writer. He worked on the book, too, and he did a great job. And my friend Anton, he's a designer. He did the design work on it. And this book looks, I mean, phenomenal. We couldn't have asked for a more professional-looking book to have for this show, and I'm super amped. Like, I'm writing the pitch now. Like, I'm trying to get this thing made by other companies because, I mean, like, I think it's too good to be self-published. So, I mean, I'm working, man. Like, that's what I do, dude. You know, I'm gonna make comics. I'm gonna I'm going to do podcasts, I'm going to raise my kids, and I'm going to be the number one dude in the world today.
We talk about work ethic, and I have a whole new respect for your work ethic. Hopping into the radio, like we're doing 16 hours of live content a week, and only 2 hours is GMYD. I mean, I'm on air for like 7 hours. But just thinking back to the heyday of the Mike and Bob show, you guys were doing 2 to 6 Monday through Friday. That's insane. Like, just thinking.
I mean, you know what, man? Like, and there was a point where we were doing 2 to 7. Like, we were on for 5. Like, the station that we worked with, they were smart. They knew that they had like a ratings bonanza. They rode us into the ground. They sent us to every bar, every car lot, every grocery store, every convenience store. They sent us everywhere we could to make money off of us. And then when we weren't profitable for, a couple months because we were moved around in a time slot, they blew us out. But yeah, man, I mean, like, if you think about, like, at one point, the Mike and Bob show, okay, we were on, in our time slot, from 2 to 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. We were on 5 hours a day. Yeah. Then we were on 2 hours on Saturday for, like, a best-of show, which Chappell and Mike and myself, like, would pick bits, and Chappell would edit them up so they would be kind of, like, a little, they would be shorter, because, I mean, we were known to talk for 45, 50 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
They would be shorter bits that would run on the weekends from noon to 2. And then during the weekdays, I guess in morning drives, we would also run best of. Like, there'd be one bit an hour. So, like, we were on probably, I mean, the amount of time that we were on that radio station was insane. Like, it was madness. And we enjoyed it, and we lived hard, and we played hard in the stratosphere above this vast earth of ours that we live in, and we did it, and we did it well, and we did it gracefully, and we were talented cats. And Absolutely. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate about what happened, but I mean, again, I think everyone has kind of moved on for the better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Mike's doing his thing. Mike's doing his thing with The Point, and I couldn't be more proud of him for that. He's got his band. He's got his family. He's doing it. Chappell's running the station. He's programming 2 stations over there.
Yeah.
Slightly's on Z104 now, which is the most ironic kind of casting in the entire world.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, man, raising my kids and writing comic books. I couldn't be happier.
You took what had happened and you hit the ground running, right into the podcasting and right into the comic. And man, we you had all those kind words to say about me earlier, and allow me to do a little ball washing as well.
I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it.
If I might. Well, look, man, like, I learned everything I know doing this show and doing this station from hanging out with you guys. Like, I wasn't, a huge presence on the show, but I came in and I soaked everything up. Like, all the things that made the Mike and Bob show tick, I soaked it in, and instead of trying to force my way into the show, which I was just never very good at, I took it and I applied it elsewhere. And I think that's thanks to you and Mike. That's why I can do what I do, and I appreciate.
So you're telling me when you were getting beat up by those redcoats at Crocodile Rocks dressed in the MTs, dude, that you were learning something, brother?
Yes. Don't dress up as Hulk Hogan and piss off redcoats.
We need to have a conversation.
Whoa, dude! Whoa. But now, man, I mean, I appreciate it, and it's flattering to hear, and like what Matt said earlier about kind of poaching the talent. I mean, you should. I mean, you definitely should. I mean, I'm so proud of all the guys that used to call our show. Like Dennis Black and Asian is on Dork Trek with me still. He still does that, and like Nate. Black Nate has been doing his podcast now for probably, they just did their 3-year anniversary, the King of Sport. Like, he does that with a guy who, he was like a baseball editor over at Yahoo. And they do that, and they do that well. And I mean, and Keith is with you guys now, and you, and Fredo, when he was doing, as maddening as that show could be sometimes, the Tours versus Zombies, because I had to edit it. I mean, it was amazing. Like, it was fun to listen to. Like, he was able to kind of take that format and like a long form kind of monologue and do it rather well, you know? Manny and Hat Club, they record every now and then, so I mean, like, it's cool to see that, like, it still kind of resonates, and these guys are doing it because they want to, I'm talking to you because you're my friend, and I want to promote my books coming out, and I want to promote my appearance at the Tidewater Comic Con, May 21st and 22nd. But I'm also doing it because, like, I'm impressed. Like, there were times where, like, you were doing, like, the secret league of podcasters and all this stuff, and I'll be like, damn, Hulkster is really working on some shit. And, like, it is impressive. Like, it makes you as a creator want to go. Like, when I see you doing your thing, and when I saw I believe I can't remember your partner's name. It's like Matt and Eric. Is it Eric?
Nate.
It's Nate.
Matt and Nate. I'm sorry.
Nate, say hello.
Nate's very quiet.
So it's Matt and Nate have issues. I've seen Ezra post about that stuff. It's like, wow, these guys are doing TV in Hampton Roads on their own. Like, that's amazing. And, like, I see that even here in Cincinnati, and I'm like, man, I got to step up. I got to get my game going. I got to work. And that's what it is, and I think that's what brings out the best. Like, some people look at that stuff and they get jealous, and they go, man, you know what, F that dude. F Keith and his dumb pot and his dumb radio show. That guy sucks. Fuck him. But you know what, man? If anything, that should inspire you to work harder. That should inspire you to do the things that you are capable of doing. And in my case, seeing you do your radio, I mean, you have a radio station. That's crazy.
It's nuts.
And I see that and I go, God, man, I gotta step up. I gotta work. Like, if Justin can do it, he's got 2 kids and a wife and a job, and he does all this stuff. I mean, I can do it too. That's the kind of, and that's why I like to see, like, creatives kind of push each other forward. I think it's really impressive.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I think there's a well, I mean, I complain about it a lot, but you see a lot of negativity around here amongst the creatives, and all you have to do is just say, fuck it, I'm a fan of whatever this guy over here is doing, and embrace them. And a lot of times they're going to embrace you too. And that's been my philosophy with Issues. It's not my show. Yeah, did I create it? Sure. Do I write it? Sure. But I can't do everything. I'll go insane.
See, but that's the thing, though, too, man. Like, that takes a lot of courage within itself to go up to someone else, and to say, like, hey, man, I really appreciate what you do. That takes a lot of courage because, like, a lot of motherfuckers that I don't know, I should have asked if I could swear before I started.
You may.
But I guess it's too late now. But, I mean, like, a lot of motherfuckers, I mean, they'll just sit back and hate on you. Like, they won't come up to you and say, like, man, what you're doing is impressive, man. That's really awesome, and it inspires me to work harder. And it's so foreign and so weird. I've done it to other comic creators that I've met, and they look at me like I'm fucking crazy because it's so unusual and for someone to be that honest.
Yeah. And,
like, you just have to be. Like, you inspire me. Like, your work ethic and your talent inspires me to get better and to be better. And that is very commendable, dude. I think that's very cool of you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best dude ever, Bob Frantz. I can't wait to see your face, man.
I'm done. That's it. You're giving me the boot.
We're at the top of the hour here, my friend.
Well, you got hard breaks and shit. Let me come back. Can I come back?
We got PDs.
I'll come back. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting in my car, man.
Okay. Well, we got to play a song real quick. And we'll let you go. Call us back in, like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Are you guys giving me the DDP blow off, dude?
I would never do such a thing, my friend.
Are you guys giving me the DDP blow off? I get it. All right.
I would never do that. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of the hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a song, and we'll come back and we'll talk to you some more. How's that sound?
All right.
All right. So give us a call back in like 5.
Oh, man, all right. We'll see what happens. If the phone line's dead, I know what happens.
The phone line is not dead. I assure you.
Don't answer it.
Why would I do that? I would never do that to you, my friend.
All right, we'll see. You know what? I'll find out in 5 minutes.
That's right. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Frantz. We're going to talk to him some more. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't know, man. We had him for a half an hour. He's ready to go some more.
I love it.
So
play a game.
Maybe we can play What's Your Excuse with him?
What's your excuse?
Or I mean, maybe okay.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We're going to play this song. It's Pops with Party Down. And we'll come back and we'll have Bob Frantz on the other side.
Broadcasting from the Studio Clubhouse, Radio Free Radio, WRFR, Hampton, Virginia.
What's another hour to you? Crack another one open. It's time for hour 2. Ooh. That didn't make a cracking sound, Nathan.
And Nathan, you don't have
water.
to...
I can't crack a water. It's water. It's no flavor,
You know
no
how
fun.
happy it makes me to see you drinking water?
Yeah, because I ridiculed you for what, like years?
Not me. I just drank some water.
No,
It's
both
a
of
tiny
you.
little water. You
Both
I
of you
can
really.
drink more water.
I can remember a time, a year ago, year and a half ago, where I would mention, hey, you should drink some water.
shut up!
Like from the toilet?
Shut up with your stupid water.
And I was doing really
Wait,
well until somebody brought sausage balls. It was like, here, eat all these sausage balls. And so I put all the sausage balls into my mouth.
It was
Well done.
impressive. It was like 30. It was amazing.
I don't feel good about myself.
Let's not keep him waiting.
No.
Let's not keep him waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Frantz joining us at the top of hour 2.
Back for hour 2.
Wow, I can't believe I came back. That's pretty impressive. You guys let me back on. I'm excited.
Yeah. You're like the opposite of what we do with Alfredo Torres.
Oh, don't say that about Alfredo.
I know he'll take
Come
it serious.
He will take it seriously.
I love Torres.
But have you seen the game we play with him?
on. No, I have not.
I'll have to send you the video. There's a game that we play on the show called Where in the World is Alfredo Torres?
Uh-huh.
And we like to call him and ask him where he is.
We try to guess where he is.
We try to guess where he is, and then...
Well, he's in Fredericksburg, right? He lives in Fredericksburg, so... I mean, there's not much to it, right?
That's really what we should. It's just an excuse for us to play the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
And instead of doing actual production and cutting out Carmen Sandiego, Justin just turns it down, and Matt just Alfredo Torres is into the microphone.
You know what? That's quality stuff. Because I mean, like the way I look at it too is like being an old radio dude. We used to do that. We would never make production for games. It was very rare.
Yeah.
It was always more fun to just do it on the fly.
Yeah. Well, you guys actually used the one song. It came up recently. I feel like you found it on Spotify for Nick Chappell T-shirts. Like there was no production for that. It was just a song.
Yeah, it was just a song, and like, yeah, that was a great song. Tight Bros from way back when.
That's the one.
Yeah. It's on one of my playlists inside. I listen to it every. There's songs that come up on my Spotify playlist that I just smile every time I hear them, like Tight Bros from way back when, or like Huey Smith and the Clowns. Like there's just stuff that like I can't not enjoy because they have so many warm and fuzzy feelings for me because you know what we did for such a long time. Was so much fun. Like I mean, again, I say that I'm satisfied with my life, and I am. Believe me when I say that. But there are times where like I'll just sit in my house late at night, and I just go like, I can't believe we got fired. You know what I mean? Like it's still like again, it's been 5 years, but there are points where it's just like, wow, like it kind of baffles the mind sometimes. You know?
You guys put in. You guys were coming up on 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
crazy.
like. But you know, when a radio show gets moved around so much, I mean, we were a corporate radio station. There was one guy who owned the place, and he made all the decisions, right or wrong, good or bad. I mean, you know, and again, I have no beef with that family at all. Like, they were very kind to me. They took care of me. They allotted me, you know, a pretty nice chunk of change to have a wife and a house and a kid, and it was awesome. Like, it was very fun. So I mean, there's no ill will. But I mean, when you tinker with time slots and stuff like that, the audience, every time you do, the audience is going to erode away, and it's going to take time for them to come back. And when you just keep chopping at the foundation, I mean, it was bound to happen. I knew we were going to get fired. I knew we were going to get fired probably right around Christmas. I was like, it's over.
Well, yeah, that's about when you guys started. I mean, because you were back on in the mornings, and then you guys got chopped into like those 5-minute segments.
Yes.
It's like
well, see, the weird part about the show is like we moved. The first morning show we did was the day of the birth of my daughter, and I told our owner, I said, dude, listen to me. Don't do it on Monday because there's a good chance I'm not going to be here because my wife is, 10 months pregnant and ready to pop at any time. He's like, no, we'll do it anyway. So in this, we got fired like 8 or 9 months after we moved to the mornings, okay? And then so this will be the last time I mention it because it's kind of dull, but it's interesting because, like, I was gone for 2 weeks, okay, with the birth of my child. And then we had Thanksgiving. We were off a couple days on Thanksgiving. We were off at Christmas. We came back in January. Mike was off for 2 weeks because he had a second child. Chapel was off for 2 weeks. He had his first child, and then we were fired in April.
Yeah.
Was that? Did they replace you guys with that terrible syndicated Opie and Anthony?
No. Opie and Anthony. To be honest with you, Opie and Anthony was kind of the birth of our show. Like, radio is very much a copycat industry. If you know anything about radio,
I'm a huge fan of Opie and Anthony. It's just I hated that they did that weird CBS.
The morning PG and then the
it was really weird. It was a weird time.
Well, they started out on terrestrial radio, and then like they blew up, and then every radio station in the country wanted to have like an afternoon talk show.
Yeah.
And I was graduating from college at the time. Mike was already at the radio station. Mike and I have been friends for going on 20 years now, and which is weird to say because I'm not even 40 yet, but I know someone that I've been dear friends with for 20 years. And his owner came to him and said, "Hey, we're going to do an afternoon show. I'm going to stick you with some girl." He's like, "Who?" He's like, "Some girl in traffic who has no on-air experience." He's like, "That'll never work."
Perfect.
I know a dude. He's in Richmond. He's a comedian. He's a writer. He's very funny. Let's bring him in. He said, "All right, try him out." And, I gave it a whirl. I was in Richmond. I had just graduated from VCU. I was waiting tables at the time. I was very drunk and happy living in Richmond, Virginia. I was enjoying Richmond and all of its splendor completely. And then I got a phone call saying, "Hey, come do this." And I said, "Okay, cool. I'll give it a whirl." Because I figured I would do it for 3 months, and then I would go to film school, because that was my eventual goal. I wanted to go to film school. I wanted to be a filmmaker. I wanted to write screenplays. I wanted to do those things. So, like, when the opportunity came, I said, "Hey, this will look cool on a resume if I go to film school." Like, well, for 6 months, I co-hosted and wrote bits for a modern rock radio show, and 6 months turned into 10 years. So, I mean, I can't complain. It's just a chapter of my life that is now closed. I'm very grateful that it happened. I got so much out of it, so much experience. I mean, the idea of like collaborating with people. I mean, it was the ultimate like high wire collaboration act. Between 4 and 5 people in a room bouncing ideas off of each other. I got my wife out of the gig. My first child was born, while I was hosting this radio show. So I mean, like if anything, I won. Like, yes, I don't have this job anymore, and there are people that are still bummed out about it, which baffles, my mind. But, like, I won. I'm the big winner here because I have a wife and a family and a house, and I live in a great town where I could go see baseball anytime I want to, which is unbelievable. So, I mean, like, it really worked out for me. So, if anything, thank you, because I wouldn't have quit. I just wouldn't have up and left because I needed the money, but here I am, and I couldn't be happier. I get to raise my kids every day, man. It's amazing.
Yeah. Just real quick, you mentioned how the Mike and Bob Show was born, and I think you said something super important that is lacking from radio is Mike suggested, "Hey, let's bring in my friend from Richmond."
Yes.
And the owner took the chance.
Yes.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't happen ever. Like, this was one of the first, and that was one of the things that I told Bob when he fired me. I was like, "Dude, I appreciate it, man. Like, you took a shot on me. You had no idea who I was. I was waiting tables in Richmond, and you gave me a chance, and I appreciate it. And it means a lot to me, so thank you." So like, this dude is firing me from a job that I've had for 10 years, and I'm telling him, like, "Hey, man, thanks." He was kind of like, to be honest with you, he was kind of blown away by it. Like, he was like, "Oh, well, if you want a job here," this is exactly what he said, "if you want to stay on as sales, you can do that, and, so you don't have to go without." I was like, "Man," I said, "Bob, no offense, dude, but I can't go from being the fucking man to being some asshole wearing a tie selling this shit." I said, I told him, I said, "I have no interest in that, man. Like, I'm not doing it." And he's like, "I respect that." I was like, "Dude, thank you. My only question is, will my health care continue through the end of the year for my child?" He said, "Absolutely." And I said, "It's been a pleasure, and I appreciate it." And that was it. Like, there was no Jerry Maguire, like, who's coming with me. There was no, like, any of that shit. It was just like, "Cool, man, thanks for the opportunity. It's been fun, but, thanks, I'm out."
Now, you briefly... No, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. You briefly mentioned in the last hour me getting beat up by the Redcoats.
Yeah.
So okay, like I don't have the best recollection of it. So
was that during the time
Justin
Justin was drinking?
Oh, dude,
I don't do good at like subtlety.
You don't need quotation marks for that.
You had
pretty descriptive.
At the time, Mike, Bob, and myself, we were the NWO. I was Hollywood Hulkster.
Sure.
Mike was Mike Hall, and Bob was Bob Nash. We were the NWO, and we ruled Croc Rocks.
Yeah, we would get just hammered drunk. I mean, like, and this is the weird thing. And Hulkster, you and I have actually talked about this. To see people not being carried out of a bar like they were like wounded in war by their friends was foreign to me. Like, because I thought everyone did that. I was like, I thought everyone gets blackout drunk and like has to get carried out by like a bouncer because that's how people drink. And it's like, no, people have 2 drinks and stop.
Yeah.
Hulkster was not of that ilk, and neither was I.
Nope.
So, like, we would just drink and 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 drink until there was no more drinks. Then we would go to another bar, and then we would drink and drink and drink. And, like, this one particular evening, we were at Croc Rocks, and it wasn't particularly crowded, but the Navy, the British Navy was in town, and occasionally the British Navy comes to Hampton Roads, and they do really homoerotic shit all over the town. Like, they eat Jello shots out of each other's mouths and weird shit like that. Like, it's quite strange. And Hulkster just went up to some British guys dressed like Hulk Hogan and like started firing off at the mouth. It's like there was this weird. I don't even remember seeing all of it, but it was like this weird, super slow motion like fight happening. Like, you couldn't tell if it was real or it was like choreographed, but it was super slow motion and like double axe handles being hit on Hulkster. Like, Hulkster got beat up like Andre the Giant and Big John Studd just came out and kicked his ass and like tore his cross off and then stabbed him in the heart with it. And then Bobby the Brain Heenan was jumping around, and it all happened right in front of me in super slow motion. And it was the funniest thing. I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh.
Like, they ripped your shirt off your back and you had like scratch marks on, like your wig was. Because Hulkster used to wear a wig in these really tight red sweatpants.
The size
like
MTs, bro.
His wig was slightly off, so it looked like he was wearing a beret on his head. So he had this like weird blonde beret, and like his sunglasses were kind of muffed up, and he was just like, "Whoa!" And I remember leaving the bar for a couple minutes, and then I came back, and you were still walking around Waterside, if it's still there. I don't know if it is or not, or whatever connotation it may be. Yeah. But like Hulkster was walking around with like no shirt on, these really, really tight red sweatpants, Santa Claus boots, like these black Santa Claus boots with his friend, with DJ. And he was like, "Whoa, dude, the Redcoats, bro." it was amazing. Like, it was, but the best part was, that's just what happened. Yep. Like, it's not like this was some like crazy night and like, oh my God, you'll never believe what happened. It was just like, yeah, that happened too. Cool.
It was like we made radio everywhere we went.
Yeah, and like that was like, Torres and I talked about this recently. That was the appeal of the show. Like, if you weren't there, you missed it. And like, so people would just come, like we were like fucking circus animals. Like, people would just come and see us alcohol to see what kind of dumb shit we would do. And like, and to be honest with you, we always obliged. Like, we would always drink as much as possible and then just act completely fucking retarded. And then just, like, we'd wake up the next day like nothing happened. And then we would just go, dude, you can't. I mean, half of the radio show after a night out, the first hour and a half was, oh, dude, I can't believe what you did. And the other person going, what happened? Like, oh my God, you fucking made out with a fat girl and you fell in a ditch and you threw up all over a guy. And I mean, and this was just one person. And like, well, guess what you did? Like, what? You were at karaoke. I remember one night we were at karaoke and Mike was so drunk that he fell through a table. Like, someone power bombed him through a table. Like, he just fell through a table. Like, he just fell over and like back into it, and drinks went everywhere. And it was just like, yeah, this is Tuesday. Like, what's up? You know?
That's just what it was, man.
This is what we do.
Well, I remember the first time I ever came up to the station. You guys wouldn't let me up because you guys came in smelling like Rumpelmans. And you guys were all hungover, and you're like, today's not a good day, Hulkster.
Yeah,
It's not a good day.
There was a lot of those days. I mean, we started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was one day in particular that I missed the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I just wasn't there. Like, I just wasn't. Like, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not like I had to be there at 4 in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was sleeping in my bed. My phone rang, and I picked it up and said, hello. And it was Mike. He's like, dude, where are you? I was like, oh, man, I just woke up. What's happening? I looked at the clock. It was 2:45. It was 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm going, oh, no. And then my punishment was I had to go to career day. Like, they sent me to an elementary school for career day. And, like, you couldn't pick a more delinquent and kind of off-putting person than me at career day. I was talking to, like, 6-year-olds about radio and not being, like, and trying not to smell like liquor. It was dumb. But I guess it was a precursor for my existence now.
Well, that's actually what I was going to say next is because we never actually got an answer to that. You went from that hard living life, and you stripped it all away, moved to Cincinnati, and now you're a family man.
Yeah, I mean, it's without being like sentimental and sappy, and Torres likes to break my balls about it all the time.
It's my kids.
But I mean, it's the best job in the entire world. Like, it really is. I couldn't be happier, man. Like, I get to spend every day with my son, who is 3, and I pick up my daughter and drop her off every day at school, and like we hang out afterwards. And like today, we were playing in the pool because it's nice. We have like a little shitty plastic white trash pool that we were playing in, and like she was digging that, and like just the joy and the sheer like pleasure and love that she has for me, and same as my son, like this unconditional bond that we have. It's magical, man. Like, there's nothing that will ever replace it. There's no feeling that will ever beat it. Like, they are the most wonderful and precious things that have ever happened to me. And it's amazing. And like, I thank my wife probably, once a day that because of her talent and her skill as a photographer, I'm allowed to do this. And it's amazing, man. Like, it really is. Like, every day. Like, there are days where it's long as shit. And the only thing I want to do more than anything is just sit in a quiet room and read comic books. But like, those days are few and far between. But like, it's amazing. Like, I couldn't be happier with my life, with my existence. I wouldn't trade it for anything, man. Like, no, if Sinclair could call me right now and be like, come back and do the show, and I'll give you the money that you were making, and I'm not doing it because it's too good. I have it too good here with these kids, man. It's unbelievable.
Do you find that because you have, 7, 8 years of sobriety under you?
It's almost 10.
Wow. You were way ahead of me then. Cause,
yeah, my last night of drinking was Torres' 40th birthday. He'll be 50 this year. It's almost 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize I was that far behind you because I just hit 7. But do you find your kids are actually help keep you sober?
No, I mean, for me, it's just like, I never really drank growing up. I drank a lot after my dad died. Like, I drank a lot. And then I just, like, the lifestyle that I led with the radio just kind of fed into that, because, like, it wasn't a problem. It was funny.
Right.
And then, like, I've always said, I tell Stephanie this all the time, my wife, a lot of my relationships changed once I stopped drinking. Like, a lot of my friendships changed. Like, my phone kind of stopped ringing because, like, I wasn't the life of the party anymore. Like, it just... So, no, I don't think my kids really affect that at all, man. Like, my kids are just, like... My sobriety is mine because I was sober before I met my kids. Before I met my kids. I sound like an idiot. I was sober before my kids were born. I'll be sober after they leave my house. Like, I'll probably never drink again, and it's cool because, it wasn't all that much fun.
No,
it sounds fun,
yeah,
and it sounds cool, but it wasn't as much fun as it was. Like, it hurt a lot of people. A lot of people worried about me. A lot of people worried about my safety and whatnot. So, I mean, it was kind of a grim time, man. And I'm much happier now.
Well, let's turn it around away from the grim and a dark, if you will, and spin it to you. You mentioned you'd rather be in a closet sometimes, just reading comics. What are you reading right now?
Right now, I'm reading a lot of indie books because I'm an indie creator, so I like to kind of gauge what is out there and to kind of pull ideas out of my file cabinet because I read books. does that make sense? Like I go, okay, well I can't do that idea because this book's out there, and I can't do this idea because that book's out there. So I just read a lot. I mean, I try to stick with some of the Marvel and DC stuff just to do it, because like if it ever came where like, you know, I was told advice by somebody a lot more important than me, like read Marvel and DC just so if anybody asks you for a pitch, you have something. So I read, but I still read for just sheer enjoyment. I just read something. Matt, did you read Frankencastle?
I haven't. No.
It's killer.
I have to, because I've been trying to read Marvel and DC, but my heart's not into it. So I've been gravitating towards like the Image stuff, like Saga.
Okay.
And obviously like Walking Dead and stuff, but I haven't been getting as deep into the indies, honestly, just because I haven't had much time lately.
Yeah, it's tough. It's time consuming. It's expensive. But I mean, comics are awesome. I always tell people that want to make film, like, dude, just make comics. It's kind of the same thing, and you don't need a cast of 600 people to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
I've actually got a feature script that I'm about to turn into. If I ever get any time, I'm going to turn into a comic script. And,
you should, man. I mean,
I try to go the indie route with it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? What do you got to lose? You know, and most movies are comics anyway. But like, Saga's pretty cool. I read a book a couple nights ago called Rough Riders that I thought was pretty fun. It's about guys that fuck chicks with no condoms. That was read.
No fucking rubbers.
Have to pick that one up.
Yeah.
That's a superpower.
Yeah, I just try to read as much as possible, man. Again, because like I just like absorbing it, and I learn from it. That's why I like to write so much. You know, like with this Elvis book that's coming out that I'll have at Tidewater Comic Con. It's I learned a lot just doing it because I was working with someone else. Like I had another writer on it. Kevin and I wrote together, and like just to see the way he did things and his process and the way I did things in my process, like it was fun to kind of learn from. You know, with Monty, you know, working with Gene, who was a talented cat, the guy who drew the books. I mean, he did everything except write the damn things. He was an amazing cat. He's an amazing talent, and like I've been very blessed to work with some very creative people, and like you know, hopefully, like with his Action Lab book that's coming out with Monty the Dinosaur, it's hopefully it's the first step in a long journey that is my comic book career, which would be cool, you know.
So just as a nod to the old Mike and Bob show, I thought I'd ask you what would have been a topic on that show. What's your favorite dude with a hat on?
Oh, we probably did that.
Probably.
It's funny because like my favorite dude with a hat would change from time to time. But if the first name that came into my head was Clint Eastwood's character Bill Money in Unforgiven.
Ooh, very good. Nathan,
I can watch the last 10 minutes of Unforgiven and just be happy because Clint Eastwood just kills a bunch of people, and it's awesome. Like the way he goes about it, like it's just fun. But like there are times where I get bummed out that we don't have a radio show anymore. Where like because the news is so good, like with Trump running for president, or like the Bill Cosby allegations, and like there's just all these like big kind of mushroom cloud social events that are just gold mines. That I kind of get that, like Star Wars. Think about how long we would have been able to talk about Star Wars on that radio show for.
Probably would have been at least a week.
Dude, I mean, we'd still be talking about that shit. I mean, you know, like it would like just the theories and the bullshit. I mean, like that's the stuff that I miss most is like the kind of the collective camaraderie of, you know, the people in the room, whoever it may be, Mike, myself, Chapel, Slightly, Manny, Alfredo, Mustache, I mean, any of them. Just those people in that room and the collective camaraderie of the listeners, like that person who's on the phone line with us being involved in the group. That's one thing that I think we did very well. We made everyone feel like this was like an intimate conversation they were having amongst friends.
Yeah. You guys did a hang. I mean, it was always a hang.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're going for, you know?
Yeah, and I think, you know, to be honest with you, man, I listen every now and then. Like I said, I tune in the Key Show. Sometimes I get confused because I still think it is a podcast thing. So, like, I go, oh, okay, I can listen to that later. But sometimes you can't unless you're a Patreon, which is brilliant, by the way. Like, I hope you guys make so much money on your Patreon because it's such a great idea. And, like, I say this now. Like, if Patreon would have been around when Bob's Boneyard would have been was around, we still might be doing Bob's Boneyard.
It's true.
Because, I mean, there are people that make, like, thousands of dollars a month doing nothing on fucking Patreon. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're just now garnering some support for it. It's starting to grow. And, I mean, it's just nice to be able to offer everything, you know, once it's been recorded.
No, totally. I think you guys are brilliant, man. Like, it's, again, I said it, it's inspiring and it's cool and it's fun. And, like, you know, I'm very impressed. Color me impressed, bros.
Awesome. High praise.
So,
it's really not. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm a guy that doesn't have a job. I haven't had a job in 5 years, so it's not really that great. You just got praised from a former Olive Garden employee and the worst insurance salesman you've ever met before in your whole life. Like, that's me. Like, that's me in a nutshell.
That's pretty good.
But that's also but that's also kind of who we are.
Yeah.
In some respects.
With less breadsticks.
Yeah, less breadsticks.
Yeah, well, you know, you can only... Do you know the secret of the Olive Garden breadsticks? I'll tell you, right? Okay.
Butter.
You come in... No. This is how they get you, those sons of bitches. Let's say, how many people are in your party? How many people are in your party? 3? They send 4 breadsticks out. So, like, you guys have to fight over that last breadstick. Like, that's what they want. They want you to, like, argue with your family over the last breadstick.
When you're here, you hate your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many brawls did you see over that last breadstick?
Dude, oh my God! It's just bread, man. Like, it's just bread. Like, there was one table in particular, and I'll remember this forever because it was the most aggravating thing I've ever witnessed and had to partake in. They just had soup and salad. So you bring the salad, they eat the salad. They had soup, they ate the soup. Every time I would come back, like, to ask them for something, one person would want soup. It was a party of 4, okay? So, like, I say, is everything okay? And one guy would go, oh, I would love some more minestrone soup. I say, okay, I'll be right back. And I would get soup, and I'd bring it back. And then I'd say, all right, you guys need anything else? And then somebody else would go, oh, I would like more soup. Okay. And then I'd go back and get more soup. And then somebody else would come back and say, I would like more soup. And then I was just running around like an asshole getting soup for all these fucking people. And then, God forbid, like, they didn't stop eating soup. Between the 4 of these people, I'm not making this up, these motherfuckers ate 12 bowls of soup. You know what sodium that is? Like, how are you still alive? Like, your body has been pickled at this point. Like, you're salted meat that's going to travel across the fucking Atlantic Ocean on the Mayflower, you motherfucker. And they all wanted bread. So, like, I just had to keep bringing them bread. And I said, like, why can't I just bring them fucking 8 pieces of bread so everybody gets 2? And they're like, nah, that's not our policy. Like, your policy fucking sucks. That job is awful. Like, that was the worst job. But it's walk-in health insurance. I needed health insurance for my family. So what are you going to do?
Well, if I have you on and don't ask you about the Mets, I'll feel like an asshole. So we didn't really get to talk about the World Series. How did you feel about the series?
It's still a fresh wound.
Isn't it though?
It is. Like,
this is the best team we've had in a while, man.
It was what? I think it was the game. It was the Murphy era.
Yeah.
The Murphy era, which was game 4, I believe. Was it game 4?
I think so.
Yeah, because they lost in 5.
They lost in 5. Yep.
So it was the Murphy era game when they were winning, and that ball got hit to Murphy, and he booted it, and my family was sleeping, and I shouted at the top of my lungs, "Murphy, you motherfucker, you fucked us." Like, that was the phrase that came out of my mouth. Murphy, you fucked us. And I threw something across the room, and my wife came out, and she's like, please be quiet. And I said, I need to go for a walk. And I stepped out of my house, and there was a light rain in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was wearing my pajamas and my Mets shirt, and I literally walked around my entire neighborhood and then went back inside, and I felt like I was going to cry. Because, we haven't been close in a very long time, and, like, it was the worst. It was the worst. Like, I was so mad, and I'm so glad that Daniel Murphy's gone. That gay-hating motherfucker. Like, I'm so glad you're gone.
You know what? For sure. Because has a bat ever gone that cold that fast?
No, Murphy. The thing about Murphy is, though, like, he can hit every now and then. He's a good hitter. He can't field for shit. He can't run the bases for shit. I mean, he's just a guy that can hit the ball. He's utterly worthless. Other than that, so, like, I'm glad he's going, and he's not very nice to gay people, which I'm not cool with. Like, you can't say that. That's dumb in this time that we live in. So, like, fuck him. I'm glad he's with the Nationals. We'll be fine. Yeah. I'm not used to these expectations of being good. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that the Mets are supposed to be good, it's weird because you expect them to win every game, so when they lose, it stinks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, man, it's fun. I love baseball. I love comics. I love my family. I mean, I love Cincinnati. It's a great place. I make it sound like heaven. You should come visit. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful town.
I do want to come visit because my mom actually lives in Iowa now, and it'd be a nice little stop off to be able to stop in Cincinnati, see my friend, and go on to Iowa.
There are great donuts here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's the last thing I need, man.
Well, I'm just saying. Are you still working out, bro? You still fucking working on your fitness, bro?
I'm doing the DDP yoga. I'm actually down 35 pounds since.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's a thing.
Yeah, DDP yoga's cool, man. I got no beef with it. Like,
it's the
I have
jam.
a bad hip. Like, I got a bad hip, and it helps my hip. Like, I have bursitis in my hip, which is like what A-Rod had. Like, my hip joint doesn't fit properly into my hip anymore.
Oh.
Because I'm old. Oh. So, like, I do yoga, and it makes my leg feel better. So, I love DDP yoga, brother.
I've been trying to convince Matt to do it, but he says he doesn't take direction very well.
I don't like people tell me what to do.
Well, you know, that's your own thing that you're going to have to get over eventually, being an adult. Like, some people, you know, you should be able to cope with that.
Don't worry. And it's never caused a problem.
and he's not telling you what to do because he's being a dick about it. Like, he's trying to help you. Like, he wants he wants you to be better. Like, he wants you to enjoy your life. He's not like, hey, why don't you take out the garbage, you fucking asshole? Like, he's not being like that. Like, he's helping you.
He does say that on Diamond Cutter, to be fair.
Yeah, which the Diamond Cutter's pretty sweet, you know. And, like, the cool part is I go to yoga with my wife sometimes, and, like, they do a lot of the same moves. They just call them different things.
Right.
DDP just has to, like, jersey it up and stuff, you know?
Jersey, yeah.
Yeah. You know, now we're going to do the Jersey Triad over here. Bang.
Oh, man. Are you still on your kick of watching really old television shows?
Yes, to some extent. MeTV, the network that I watch, I think it's on locally in Virginia Beach and all over this land that we live in. They changed their lives a lot, so, like, I'm not really into it anymore. When we first moved here, it was religion for me. The lineup was perfect, but now it's not the same, so I don't really watch as much. I still watch Svengoolie. I watch Star Trek. I watch some stuff, but you know, I'm just kind of working, man. I'm working on my books. I'm working on my comics. I'm trying to be like you, son. I'm trying to blow up.
Well, you know, I guess I would have to blow up at some point for you to.
I mean, you'll get there, man. I mean, you're working hard, baby. That's all you can do, you know.
Yeah, that's true, though.
Either blow up, have a heart attack, something's gonna happen.
Or Matt will.
I mean, you're either gonna. I mean, you great. Don't stress yourself, man. Seriously, you're doing a good thing. I mean, you know, I'm proud of you. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna go inside because I've been sitting in my car for like an hour. I'm getting really hot. My neighbors must think I'm insane. But there is kind of a heroin epidemic in Cincinnati, so they probably just think I'm waiting to score. But yeah, man, like I think you're great, Hulkster. I'm proud of you. I think you're doing a great job. Your cast is wonderful. Matt, congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
I hope there's more of them. And
6 more. They're actually 24. They're like real shows.
Great sell there, Matt.
Yeah, beautiful sell.
I don't know why I can't.
That was really good. They're like real shows.
They're like real shows.
It's almost like a thing.
We used sound this time.
It's hard to sell, like, when you get put on the spot like that. I mean, you did an okay job, you know, like, it's weird. You know, I mean, you got to work on that if you want to make it in life. But I'm not going to tell you what to do because you don't like that, so I'm just going to back off.
Son of a bitch, you and DDP.
Yeah, me and DDP. Bang!
So fresh.
Yeah, you know, it's just one of those things, man. And Justin, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I know I took up a lot of your time because I talk a lot.
Oh, we loved it. We had nothing. We had nothing for tonight.
Listen, anytime you guys don't have anything, call me.
Oh, look at that. Maybe we'll phone a friend. We do have a segment called Phone a Friend.
I mean, I'll give you 10 minutes or something because I mean, I don't talk to anybody but, you know, fucking 5-year-olds all day. Like, that's it. I don't talk to other adults. Like, I just don't.
I got the same problem. It's very different circumstances, though.
So just really quickly, you'll be in town May 21st to the 22nd. Is that?
Yes, I am flying into Richmond, Virginia on the 20. I guess that Friday.
Okay.
Because I don't want my wife to have to take off a bunch of time from work because we can't bring our kids because it's the last week of Sophie's kindergarten, and I don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
You know, she might have some thing or something. I don't know. It's like I'm flying in, then I'm flying out late Monday. I'll be at the Tidewater Comic Con. I'm super excited to be there. Like, Federale is having me. I'm honored. It's going to be a really great event. The Mike and Bob Show reunion is going to be fantastic. Again, please come, because I don't know how many people will come to this panel, because we're just going to talk about things. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'll have my book, Elvis, The Elvis Adventures, will be there, so I'll have that. I'll be there. Whatever, man, just come. Come to the Tidewater Comic Con. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. Federale's putting on a great show. Hopefully, Justin, I'll see you there, and the rest of the free radio dudes. That'll be awesome. And like you guys, like I said, man, I can't wait to see you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come to the Tidewater Comic Con May 21st and 22nd at the Virginia Beach X Pavilion, because it's not called that anymore. It's the Virginia Beach, whatever it's called, Conference Center, I think, that they built backwards. Like, if you look at it, it's built backwards.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it is what
well,
it is.
because when you drive in on 264, you see the loading dock. Like, turn that fucking building around. Like, let's see it. What are you hiding over there, you fucking jerks?
So, last thing before we let you go, if people want to follow you on the Twitter machine, where are you?
I am at bfrantz19. That is my Twitter handle. I tweet a lot about baseball, about horror movies and comics, and just so I'm on Twitter at bfrantz19, and I'm on loopholecomics.com. And my book, Monty the Dinosaur, will be out in August of 2016. It will be in comic shops all over the country of our land that we live in, worldwide, baby. So feel free to order that. Go to your local comic shop and say, hey, I would like a copy of Monty the Dinosaur. And you can get one. And that would make me very happy, because it's something that I'm honored that I was able to accomplish. I'm very proud of the work. I think it's very fun. And it's a good time. So. Well,
thank you very much for your time, Freshie. I appreciate it.
No. Thank you.
Oh, you're a beautiful man. Oh, a round of applause.
I got applause. Oh. Very nice, guys. I appreciate it.
A beautiful man.
No. I you know what? Don't stop. I can't take it. It's too much. I'm getting misty-eyed over here. It's crazy. You guys are great. Thank you for having me on. I can't wait to come back. And again, if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. I can give you 10 minutes.
Beautiful.
Nice.
That's amazing. Thank you, Freshie.
No problem, guys. Thank you very much, and good luck. And I'll see you in May at the Tidewater Comic Con.
We'll see you at Comic Con.
All right, dudes.
Have a great night. Bob Frantz, there he goes. Wow,
just a great dude.
Let's get another round of applause there.
How great is that
dude? There he goes. That was amazing. And he did all the heavy lifting.
We needed it.
Oh, yeah, how amazing is that?
We were all. Let's pull the curtain
back.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have anything for the show tonight.
we did zero planning.
I saw a spider cricket. Jesus Christ.
Other than saying, well, my friend Bob's going to call.
We had nothing. We had no idea what we were gonna do. I'm exhausted, so I'm not even making sense anymore. Nathan hasn't had solid food in a month.
He's
dropped
die.
112 pounds. I don't know if you guys know this.
I'll find it.
112 pounds. I've gained 78. I'm what is it? My problem?
The sausage balls.
The sausage balls.
Yeah, it's called sabotage.
Doing great today.
Enjoy.
So, okay.
I'll have another.
What we want to do, we still have a little bit of time left on the show. We're going to play a song real quick.
Oh, okay.
If you guys want to call, the line's open. We'll do our drunk dialing segment. If you don't, we might just play another song. We'll see how it goes.
757-848-5920 or 757-TITLY20.
757-848-5920.
That's the number.
Drunk dialers.
So we've got Padfoot here with All Party Dogs Go to Heaven. Something's going to happen on the other side of it. We'll be right back.
What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here?
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Ridiculous.
And now back to Good Morning, you drunks. You're very welcome.
Look at Skrillex over there. Is the beat about to drop?
Drop it. Go ahead, drop the beat.
Drop the beat.
And if-
Oh, wow.
no,
It's
not
been dropped.
like
We didn't say drop
Jesus.
the beat.
It's like on the floor.
Oh.
No, the beat's been dropped.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. There you go.
Justin, delirious or raw?
Raw.
Thank you. Thank you. Delirious was never on. I had the HBO Kids, so it was always Raw. Yeah, exactly. They like it too. That's like 4 votes right there.
There's no correct answer, I don't think.
Then why are you asking?
I'm just seeing where you guys stood. What kind of people you are. I was testing your metal.
Come on, Raw was great.
Hey, Justin, you know what we need to go do?
Huh?
We need to go watch some of that Blade Masters.
Oh, God.
Forge Masters.
Why would you do this to me?
What?
We gotta go watch some.
Why?
I don't know, man.
What is it?
I don't even know if it's still on.
Hopefully it's been canceled.
Oh, titty bombs. You know what I meant to do?
What?
I keep meaning to set the stupid PlayStation View to get Raw from USA so I can watch the 3-hour and fast forward with what I don't want.
Oh.
So I can choose what I edit out of
Yeah,
Raw.
instead of Hulu.
Instead of Hulu choosing.
Oh,
And I
Hulu's
keep
terrible.
forgetting to do it.
I watch on Hulu. It's like, hey, there's no tag division anymore. It's great. Who's back?
Oh.
I think last week they edited out the Bullet Club run in.
Are you serious?
I think that's what they pulled out.
They did.
It's
That's
like
stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like they did.
I went back and watched like the full 3 just because I knew that was in there.
Yeah.
I watch Hulu. It's like
stupid.
well,
I
to-
didn't
to
even
be-
know what the social outcasts were.
To be fair, it was like an Usos match, so I can't blame them.
Okay.
And then running at the end, it's hard to cut in. Hey, why are those guys laying down? What happened to them? Don't worry about it. You don't
You don't need to know that.
It's fine.
So just real quick, Punkpot has tweeted us, Afro-Caribbean barnyard funk in arguably most liberal city in Iowa, Iowa City, Wednesday, 420. And that's his hashtag beat my tweet, hashtag GMYD. Told you tweet us, it gets read on the air.
Nobody's beating that tweet.
Nope. Not at this point. We're about to go off the air.
Yeah.
Like a couple minutes.
Good luck.
Good luck getting that in.
Was there a coherent thought in there?
Yeah, sure. The
Oh.
hashtag.
I think he's promoting,
Oh, okay.
what is it, your
Let's give him a proper promote. Let's give him a proper promote.
Euphorquestra
Euphorquestra.
at Gabe's in
4
Iowa
of
City.
them. They ride horses.
What's Gabe's?
It's a place in Iowa City.
I went to Iowa once. I was told not to be sarcastic or I could get shot.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I saw the
heavy,
mist, and it was the first place I ever had Jimmy John's. Also, I had Culver's.
Sounds magical, like a magical journey.
Culver's was very good. It was a burger joint, right?
Uh-huh.
But they butter their buns. Just slather it in butter. They
The
just
music
have a
stops.
big.
Even the music doesn't want to hear you
There's
say
a
that sentence.
big.
Slather, butter. Ugh.
There's a
No,
big
no, no.
tank of
Butter
butter. And they
buns.
just
Tank of butter?
they just dump the buns and then
Just firing missiles off into
And then
the
they grill 'em.
over the
That's
horizon.
it was really good. They had a Culver's in when I was in Chicago, but we did not stop.
Oh, what luck.
'Cause we were
There's
too
a
busy
French
fighting.
fry stuck in my beard.
Crinkle
In
cut?
fact, the Culver's was right next to the place where Payback's going to be.
Oh, yeah?
That's correct.
Coming up next on Radio Free Radio, hashtag WrestlePals. Make sure you tune in.
Yeah, maybe they'll be farting people.
That's purely speculation, Matt.
Purely.
There's nothing real about that. It can't be real.
Purely. Are we doing anything other than just winding down in this segment?
No, I mean, at this
It was great just hearing Bob just hold court. He's hundreds of miles away from us right now.
Yeah.
And we're just hanging on every word.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to hear the old stories and, you know,
Yeah.
just talk to him. I mean, he said he doesn't get much adult interaction anymore. I get that.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm very, very, very on the periphery, and you see the other guys, around the area and still doing things and doing big, and you just, hear Bob's going away.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear that he's having success and doing well with it, and
It's probably one of the best things that's happened to him is moving away. I'm pretty sure he even said as much, but his life is so much better in Cincinnati than...
Okay, guys, new career goal. We got to go to Ohio. Pick a city. I'm thinking Akron.
Hey, Chase would be happy.
Is he from Akron?
I don't know about Akron, but he's in Ohio.
He just wants us out of here?
Yeah.
I'll listen. We're on during Raw.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, if you can't listen to us live, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Give $1. It gets you Good Morning You Drunks both hours. It gets you #WrestlePals, Shower Thoughts. It gets everything that RFR produces. I don't know what more of a sell you need.
Right now we're up to 16 hours of live radio content a week. Like what? I can't even think of a podcast network that has that many shows, right? Okay. Well, I can think of a few.
Yeah, probably a couple.
Nerdist.
Right, but they probably
Earwolf.
have more than 2 people running it.
Good point.
A loose confederation coming together and putting their stuff in a big pile.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Matt has to live next door to this.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I have to drive 30 minutes to get to it.
It's true.
Fun road, too.
Yeah, that's all right, though.
What's going to happen when we move to Studio Clubhouse?
It'll be a farther drive.
Good point.
So that'll be fun.
Good point. Well, we'll eventually outgrow
We got a brick and mortar at some point, Jack.
Yeah.
We got to move up. Move on up.
We're going to buy a strip mall.
To the east side.
I'm going to open up a dry cleaner. It's going to be great.
Before we wrap this thing up,
Nate's Clean Stuff.
I'm vying for downtown Hampton. Matt wants to call up haircut.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa. What was that sentence? Say it again?
I'm vying for the brick and mortar to be in downtown Hampton.
Vying. I know that word means. Okay, good.
And Matt wants to call up haircut.
Matt wants to call up. Oh, God. Okay. You want to know about haircut? Because I was just in.
You think we could get cheaper?
I was there at haircut.
Cheaper than that?
Probably
here?
not. It's probably.
There's a reason they're cheap because the elevators haven't been working in like a month.
Well, then we get lower floor. Well, then you're gonna get
No, you don't get lower floors. How much you want to walk up? There's gonna be a time when you and I both fall off this big fat wagon, and we're not gonna want to do some stairs. We're damn sure not gonna go to the second floor, let alone.
I worry that people aren't gonna want to come out here.
Yeah, I got you. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
proximity is
screw
my
them.
thinking.
We're the jam.
Oh, I guess if
what's up? Here's
you know
the
what?
destination.
We're what's up. We're the destination.
Justin's correct. We are the jam. We are the destination.
We're building a parking garage on your roof, so I hope you don't mind. It's gonna be a little noise.
We could probably
pardon our dust.
We could probably get bigger, probably a bigger location.
I mean, it's gonna be costlier, like downtown Hampton. Unfortunately, not cheap. But
it just doesn't make any sense
really
because there's nothing there but crime.
Hey.
Oh.
Crime's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying, all of
doesn't pay.
It's weird. Crime and the courthouse and the police station.
All in the same place.
It doesn't make any sense.
And lots of bars.
What's the mailing address for crime?
What's the worst bar in downtown Hampton?
Worst bar in downtown Hampton? We're not allowed to name names.
Yeah, let's not name names.
So we're not going to say Rooney's?
No.
That doesn't exist anymore.
There's a reason.
Exactly.
I went to Uptown once.
I think we just take over Phoebus and secede. Have our own little city.
Can we take over the Point?
I don't know what that is. That's a radio station. They're rather successful. We should leave them alone.
It's so
is it?
good. Yeah.
Really good place.
I just
Farm to
drive.
table.
I just drive through there very fast every day.
You want to stop there. It's farm to table. They got the most delicious fried
Farm to
pickles.
table? What does that mean?
They take it
From
pick
a
it out
farm.
of the farm, and then they put it right on the table.
Well, this poor farmer. He's like, where's all my shit?
It's on our table. We're eating it.
Lucky you didn't have to go in the booth, but you do have a duty here with this song, yeah?
I got a duty, all right. Oh, is it almost over?
You got 45 seconds,
Okay,
Jack.
this is fine. Hey, that's plenty of time. Look, hey,
Is it?
we are Good Morning You
Let's
Drunks.
play some more.
Our site is gmydrunks.com. Follow us on Twitter at gmydrunks. Follow Justin at The Hulkster.
Don't.
Follow Matt at Have Issues.
Whatever.
Follow me at The Nate
I want
Project.
to answer you.
Follow the station at No Radio Radio.
That's a good idea.
RadioFradio.com. Man, support us. $1 gets you the whole back catalog. Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Check us out on YouTube. We're migrating some archives over there for your viewing pleasure. And once all
How annoying do you think this is?
me just talking, probably a very. The wife hates it.
Oh, well, you know what she should do?
Go back to bed!
You pack the kids away to college and wave them a grinning goodbye down the driveway. The house falls into a sudden quiet that presses down hard on your eyes. Was it worth it? The thought sends a chill